Hello everyone and welcome to the Jubilee Road headquarters. Now, as you can probably see from the what's in front of you, this is not a train. You can probably guess that anyway by the title. You probably clicked on it wondering what on earth it was. Well, today I thought we'd do something a little bit different other than the railways. Now, do like all transport, like cars, ships, whatever, and including planes. Now, I've recently got into doing a bit of plane spotting, which is quite enjoyable actually. So today we're going to be looking at this awesome flying boat. This is the, I think it's, just if I zoom in a little bit there, the Dornier Do X in 1929. Now this is made by, you can just see there, Schuco, and this thing is in 1/72 scale. So it's pretty big. It's a really big old model plane here. So today we're just going to get it out of the box, have a good look at it, the details and quality and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's something a bit different on my channel. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think, obviously, once you've watched the video. So, if we turn the box around, we get to see some of the information about the real aircraft. You can just see where it says the information. First off, it has 12 engines. It says all here. It's got 12 engines, which is a lot of engines. Its top speed wasn't too bad. You know, for back in 1929, it probably would have been, well, stupid fast. But its cruising speed was 175 kilometers an hour. To be honest, I don't know what that is in miles an hour. I'm sure you can work it out. It could go to a height. Its height of 1,000 meters, that's fairly high, and it would take around about 14 minutes to get to that height, which also ain't, well, for the size of the plane and how long ago it was, not too bad really, is it? Yeah, it's a great looking thing, and then down here it's got a list of facts about it, which are quite interesting. The engines, it says here, were 12 cylinder engines, according to that, which is, yeah, pretty good. Its first flight was in 12th of July 1929. If we go down here, it says crew 14. Passengers is 66 to 100 passengers. It's quite a few, isn't it, really? Wingspan, it says 48, and then it's got M. Surely it's more than... I'm not sure. That doesn't seem quite right, does it? I don't know. We'll keep going. Empty weight was 29.5 tons, so it weighs a fair bit. And then maximum takeoff weight was 56 tons. God, that's a big difference to its empty weight, isn't it? And here we go, landing speed's 120 kilometers again. Its maximum speed actually could do 210, but that would be slightly pushing this aircraft, really. It was preserved in a museum right up until it says here World War II, where it's completely destroyed in an air raid, which is kind of a shame, because I would have loved, absolutely loved to see this thing and get inside it, because apparently the inside had it had a bar, it had beds, luxury seating. You don't really get that these days on airplanes, do you? Especially with the one I'm going on to Switzerland. You get a seat. That's it. So maybe flying back then was a bit more luxurious, I would think. So, that's enough. We're going to get into this box. Now I think I'm going to have to turn the camera off for this because it is a right pain. So I'll be back in 2 ticks once I've opened the box. Right, after taking the outer box off, next we come to this really good solid polystyrene block which the plane sits in. So we're going to try and do this one-handed, so we'll see how this goes. This is easy, just lift this off and there is the plane in there. We'll look at the plane in a minute. Here we've got the stand, if I can get it out, which it sits on. Just put it there so you can have a little look at it. There is the stand. As you can see, it's actually modelled on the engines, which is a really nice touch. You can see this little sort of lip here. This is where the plane rests on, so it doesn't move, because you really don't want this falling off. That's one thing for certain. So if we put this to one side, here we have the aircraft itself. This thing is huge, as you can probably quite see there. As I said, it's 1/72 scale, which in scale wise, I suppose you could say it's nearly the same scale as the engines running around my 00 gauge railway, Jubilee Road. It's not far off, so you can just see how big this thing really is. So the next bit, I got to get this thing out of its polystyrene cradle here and put it on the stand. I'm still going to try and film this bit. So if I just move the stand sort of there. How well is this going to go, you're probably going to ask. I shouldn't handle this the way I'm going to, but we're going to give it a go. So if I just sort of pop the camera down somewhere, if I put it on this, there we go. If I put the camera on there, you can see me try getting this thing out and putting it on its stand. So let's give this a go. The way the instructions tell you to do it is put one hand at the front of the aircraft, which is in this area, and one at the back. So if we just do this, see, it just lifts out pretty well. So next bit, we got to put it on the stand, which is here. So that's the next bit. Pick it up carefully, and it should just slot into place. There we go. It's a pretty, sturdy stand. So it's now on its stand. We'll come back to that just in a minute. Now in here we got the rest of the packaging, foam and bits. In here we just got a little instruction book, I believe. Yes, just telling you how to put it on the stand and how to hold it. It just says there, so you don't break it. Also in here, if we just lift this plastic bit up, if it wants to come up. There we go. Get down in here. We have, unusual for a model plane actually, I've had a few of them in the past, spare parts. Now that is really good of Schuco to do that, because inevitably if you want to dust the thing or move it, eventually something is going to break. No matter how careful you are, something will. So that's a really good touch there. So I think we'll come to the aircraft itself. It would look much nicer if it had a nicer background, but so here is the aircraft itself. I don't suppose you'd call it an aircraft, would you? It's a boat, really. I don't know exactly. I think their official name was flying boats. I know that sounds really odd, but that's what it was. So we got the name there, Dornier. We got this nice logo up the front here. That's nicely done. You can see all the separately fitted bits of detail. You got one here. There's one on the other side. There's the cockpit. which, as you probably notice, actually does look like a ship's bridge, doesn't it? It really does. And all these like portholes, windows and the front really do look like a ship. It's kind of what they were based on, really. Here we have this is a quarter of the wing. This would be to help stabilize it while it's in the water. So you don't want this whole thing flipping over, because, well, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Then we've got these, which are separately applied, these supports for the wing here, and then we got some more supports there. The door where the passengers would have got in is just here. Probably a bit of an awkward thing to get into, I would imagine. Also, this is the most strangest thing I have ever seen on an aeroplane. We have an anchor. That's a really odd thing to see on an aeroplane, but as you know, these landed in the water. So now we come to the this end of the wing. It's got a D, which stands for the name, and then we got 1929. The wings are very nicely detailed. We got this little marker light, non-working, which would have been quite a nice touch if they did. I'm not even going to attempt to light it, that's for sure. We got the leading edge of the wing, which was corrugated. So you can see this was done for extra strength, I believe. We got another separately fitted detail here and here. This thing, I have been told, was to help move the ailerons and all that kind of stuff, because apparently they were extremely heavy. No surprises there. Now we move to, the 12 engines. Yeah, it actually looks like there's 6. But if we just slowly turn the plane round, you'll notice there's propellers at the back. Just there. Now what they've done, they've mounted the engines back to back. So there's one engine there and one engine there with a propeller at each end. Save space, that's probably quite a good idea. But 12 engines is a lot of engines on a plane, isn't it? If we just turn it round a bit more, we come to the tail section. Got the rudder there and those things which help maneuver the plane while in flight. We got the D1929 here again. Keep turning this thing round. We've got loads of extra fitted details. We got these little, which appear to be little propellers, but obviously they wouldn't have done that. Not 100% sure what they would have been on the actual real thing. And we got more detail here. This thing is absolutely stunning. To be honest, it probably is not doing much justice on the camera. But trust me, this thing is absolutely, well, it is an awesome thing to look at. And also we got some more, detail there. Just have a little closer look, you can see all the windows. This thing had 3 decks. The cockpit, the main passenger area here, and the fuel tanks, which are at the bottom. I don't know what you guys think. This is something very different to what I normally do on the channel, but I just thought to keep the channel interesting, we'll do other things. A little bit more about the model. This thing is solid die cast, the whole thing. So you really have to be careful where you put this. You don't want to put it on a plastic surface or anything that could break over time. Price. You know, I always tell you the price of these things to let you know. Is it value for money? Oh, that's a hard question. If you're not into aircraft and models, you're going to say, no, too expensive, never buy one. You know, that's fair enough. But I am into my aircraft and planes, as I said. This cost, I'll tell you, £260. Now, I suppose that's the same price as some Sound locos. and there's one massive size difference. Yeah, I know this doesn't make sound or doesn't move. Well, I suppose it would move once if you decided to throw it out your window to see how far it would fly. It'd only fly once, that's for sure, and it'd hit the ground and sort of blow up. And I can tell you that now, I'm not going to give that a go. Because, yeah, I've had this about 3 or 4 days, and I don't want to do that. It has had its first outing. It went to the Porthcawl Model Show on Saturday, which I was stupid enough to go and leave my video camera in the house. Sorry, so I didn't film that. Sorry about that, guys, but I had to remember to take all the models and I forgot to take my camera. Yeah, well, stupid me. Just have a little quick close-up of the engines there. Very well detailed, and they do move. Oh, see? Pity they couldn't all move at the same time. That would be pretty special. Just get a nice close-up there. To be honest, I don't think there is anything else to say about this aircraft now. I doubt whether you'll see this aircraft again on one of my videos. Possibly the Porthcawl Model Show next year. But yeah, I doubt whether you'll ever see this again on one of my videos, so it's the only time you'll see it. So that's it for this video. I know it's something a bit different, so I don't know how well it's going to go down. So guys, just be nice if you left a comment to see what you think, or let me know if you want to see some more aircraft, because I can always buy some more and do some reviews on them. Not as expensive as this one. So guys, thank you once again for watching my videos and keeping up the support, and I'll talk to you again soon on another review or layout update. So bye for now, guys. Talk to you all again very soon.